Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is WROTV YouTube channel. Today is February 22, 2023. I am Muhyiddin Muhammad Yusuf presenting my usual public speech, part number 114. Today I have chosen a very important topic titled A Wake-up Call to the Rohingyas. Today my speech is based on reasons and justifiable grounds to invite Rohingyas for unity and leadership discussion who are in Bangladesh refugee camps inside Arakan and Burma, and also Rohingyas in diaspora. Dear fellow Rohingya community members, youths, students, general masses, human rights activists, political leaders, and resistance forces commanders and leadership. O Rohingya mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, teachers, and colleagues who are scattered all over the world, living in various countries of the world. Today I want to address all of you on a matter that is very important to all of us. As you know, as you are all aware, that we, the Rohingya community, has faced immense hardship, persecutions, and genocide in Myanmar. And many of us have been forced to flee our homes, and we have to seek refuge in many countries of the world. Now we are living in hopelessness. Despite the many challenges we face, I believe that we can come together as a community and work towards building a better future for ourselves and for our children and coming generations. It is with this belief that I am calling upon all of you to come together for a unity and a leadership discussion in diaspora Rohingya community, to come together and to discuss the issues that affect us, and to work towards developing a united and representative leadership that can advocate for our rights and interests. We all know that Rohingyas community has been subjected to discrimination, persecutions, violence, and genocide for many years, and our struggle for recognition, justice, and survival is far from over. However, by coming together and putting our resources and efforts, we can achieve great things. We can build a strong and united community that is capable of advocating for our rights, our greater interests, both within I sincerely request and urge all of you to join me in these efforts and to participate in this unity and leadership discussion, because this is a critical moment in our history, and we must seize this opportunity to come together and work towards a bright future for ourselves and our coming generation. Let us come together in unity and solidarity, and let us work towards building a stronger and more representative Rohingya community in diaspora so that we can achieve our goals. I know the Rohingya community is made up of individuals from different backgrounds, different political thoughts, and different educations. That's why we have many kind of mindsets and we are unable to unite. That's why we have to discuss. We have all experienced different forms of persecution, hardships, and genocide. Some of we are victims of genocide and survivor. That's why, despite we have differences, we are united in our struggle for recognition, justice, and to restore our fundamental human rights in Arakan. We all share common goal of building a better future for ourselves, for our children, for our coming generation. So that we must work together to achieve this goal, to protect and prevent our Rohingya people from the ongoing genocides, and to work together to return back to our country who are living scattered all over the world and Bangladesh refugee camps with honor, dignity, security, and guarantee of the life, liberty, and freedom. At the same time, we must be respectful of each other's opinions, and we must be willing to listen, to learn from each other. We must recognize there is a strength in diversity, and that by coming together and pooling our resources, we can achieve greater things for our people. One way to foster unity in diversity is to create opportunities for dialogue and discussions within our community. We can organize community events towards hall meetings and other forms where we individuals can come together and share our ideas and opinions. We can also encourage the participation of the women, youth, students in our activities, and other marginalized groups also in from other ethnic groups. The perspectives and experience are often underrepresented. It is also very important to recognize that our community is not single-minded mindset. We have different political, cultural affiliations, and we may have different opinions on how best to achieve our common goals. However, we must remember that we share a common destiny, common struggle, that our differences should not prevent us from working together towards coming a good sense of our common goal of salvation of the Rohingya people in Arakan and Burma. In fact, our differences can be a source of strength as they provide us with a diversity of the opinion, ideas, and perspectives. We must be open to different opinions and ideas, and we must be willing to engage respectful dialogue and debate among us. Through this process, we can develop more comprehensive understanding among us on various issues that affect us, and we can work towards developing a shared vision, a shared destiny, and shared struggle, a shared strategic plan for our Rohingya community for the future. This is not the first time that I am talking on this point. I have been trying for a long time on this topic for national unity and reconciliation, for the unity and solidarity of the Rohingya people and the Rohingya leadership. I have traveled to many countries. I met many leaders, activists, and organization representatives in many countries. You are very well aware of my activities and traveling. But now the time is very critical. We cannot sit idly. The only organization that can unite the Rohingya people, that is Arakan Rohingya Union, which was formed in 2011 by the help of OIC, but it failed because of the failure of the leadership or management and governance of Arakan Rohingya Union by some people. After 10 years, still today, after 13 years, still today, we are helpless and we did not achieve anything with the efforts of Arakan Rohingya Union. After demise of the Director General of ARU, Dr. Wakaruddin, now ARU is in very bad positions. They are not able to reorganize this platform, Arakan Rohingya Union. Arakan Rohingya Union is a very important platform because it was supported by 57 countries in the OIC, and it is also known to the world and the State Departments and many other countries. Unfortunately, the Arakan Rohingya Union, under the guidance of OIC Secretariat, to work together among the Rohingya people and to unite almost all Rohingya organizations working together to bring under the platform of ARU. It was not achieved by self-interest of a group of people who are still dominating the leadership of Arakan Rohingya Union. So, we have to work together to forge unity, unshakable unity among the Rohingya people, among the Rohingya activists. Actually, ARU was formed with 25 organizations with many leaders, and again 63 organizations. It was reformed, but the ultimate result is zero. Still it is zero. The Rohingya people cannot be able to achieve anything through it, and they have done what they have done on the individual basis without the total cooperation of the general masses of the Rohingyas. So, when still today Arakan Rohingya Union platform is working single-handed, then we have no hope that ARU can achieve anything until they reform it, they reorganize it. We are very thankful that recently I saw few statements from Dr. Wakaruddin's brother Rizauddin, and who is the Congress chairman, Dr. Tahel in London. On the basis of their debates and their statements, actually ARU was to coordinate among all other Rohingya organizations and activists who are working worldwide together. This is not a platform or organization of some people who hijack it, because only few people now, without Dr. Wakaruddin, Mr. Rizauddin is acting as a temporary DG for 1 year. So it is requested to all that ARU should be reformed and there should be a conference or meeting that can decide for proper functions of the ARU to become the mouthpiece and voice of the Rohingya people as it was intended before. So all Rohingyas are requested to encourage the current ARU leaders or managers or DG to work together for unity and Rohingya representative leadership. Otherwise, we have to create our own discussions, own our conference to bring together all Rohingya leaders and activists to sit down and find out a way and a solution based on the current situation of the Rohingya people to go forward to save the Rohingya people from the ongoing Rohingya genocide, and to work together unitedly, embracing different opinions, keeping away all shades of personal interests, we must work together and we have to discuss on a representative leadership to go forward and achieve our goals. I am giving this in English because all our elites group, educated fellows, graduates and international human rights activists and those who claim to be leaders of the Rohingyas, they say we have to work together, and in practical way they are not doing the same. So I want to send this clear message in English so that they are all educated people and those youth who are in various countries learning English. I intend this speech for them. I want each and everybody among the Rohingya diaspora to think twice that we should not work on the basis of our ego and self-interest. We have to work together seeking the pleasure of Almighty Allah to get reward here and hereafter. How many days we are going to survive? So life is temporary. We should not waste our energy, resources, anything for our self-interest. We have to work for the betterment, for the advancement, for the development of the Rohingya people to be able to face the coming hardships and ongoing genocide. We have to save them, we have to protect them, we have to help them, we have to struggle on the basis of right of self-determination of a people. We have also to carry on a defensive war that is entitled and eligible and legitimate. As we are victims of genocide, we are also having existential threats from our enemy Myanmar military junta, as the Myanmar military junta and its brutal forces are determined and they have an intent to wipe out entire Rohingya community and people from Arakan state, Burma, to make Arakan a Buddhist homogeneous state of Rakhine people. We have to understand it. We must work together. We have to sit together. We have to get closer to each other. But we see we are divided. There are 45 organizations. There are 35 organizations alliance. There are 15 organization alliance. There are 20 organization alliance. What are they doing? If you count, we have more than 300 organizations worldwide. And what are they doing? Each and everybody is a leader. Like me also, I am one of them. All are in vain and useless. So let us have some capable and skillful leaders and activists sit together, find a ways and guide the national defensive forces to liberate ourselves from the yoke of slavery of the Myanmar military junta. We must have to establish our own land. If the Burmese government is failure to protect us, we are entitled to have responsibility to protect concept. Give us the opportunity to have a safe zone for our survival. That's why we have to find a ways to represent Rohingya people in the international field, because still there is no any Rohingya representative leaderships in the world. So they have decided whatever they like. That is against the will of the Rohingya people. So we are very important to discuss each other and to make friendship. Then we have to find a ways, to find the way that we can achieve our goal of right of self-determination of the people. By this way I am trying to persuade all my brothers and sisters and political leaders to abandon hostility and jealousy and hatred among ourselves. That's why it is very important. Finally, I am going to present further my opinion in the part 115. If you like this video and this WRO-TV channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment to encourage, please. Thank you very much. Your brother Muhyiddin Muhammad Yusuf from USA.